stumble in the dark. You kept pushing on, but then you went too far. When your ship has sailed and all your dreams are lost, everything is wrong, you feel like it's your fault. Just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call on me. Just call on me. Just call on me. Just call on me. You're stronger now than you ever been. You gotta leave now, it's time to catch the wind. You will climb up high and look through the clouds, and when you're feeling low, I know you'll bounce back. Oh, and just remember, I will be there for you, baby. Remember, there's nothing out there to get you, don't forget it. When life throws lemons, just call on me. Just call on me. Just call on me. Just call on me.
After one of the best road racing finishes I've had the privilege to broadcast in any of the stock car series that we carry here on Sim Racing Media last week, we now come to the world center of racing, the granddaddy of them all, in Daytona International Speedway for round number 6 of the iSNF Cup Series. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Hurricane 250 at Daytona. Tony Trapasso, Jason Software up in the booth with you, and joining us right now is league owner Rhea Ferris. And Rhea, what can we expect tonight?
We can expect a lot of pack racing as usual. That's typically what these super speedways will bring, and hopefully not too much of 3 wide until later on in the race. I'd like to see, some clean green racing, hopefully for the better part of the race. Everyone is given 1 fast repair, however. So hopefully if they do get caught up in Calamity Corner, they'll have a chance to regroup and come back out with some duct tape on the good old grill and give it another go. But other than that, I think we're going to be able to see quite a bit of names up front that maybe don't normally get to see up front with these drafting packages on these cars. I think it's going to bring some good quality racing. What do you guys think?
Fair enough. And Jason, you and I were just able to witness the Xfinity race that happened earlier today, and what an absolute burner of a race that was.
Yeah, absolutely. And admittedly, that race makes me not sure about the comment. Hopefully, they're not going to go 3 wide too early.
Yeah,
I think that's hopeful, shall we say? But it's always great to see that type of racing if it stays clean.
We saw just about 11 straight laps of 3 wide racing at times in a row.
Yeah, exactly. Which it did stay pretty clean in Xfinity. I mean, we had a few early cautions, but the cautions we had were unfortunately very big.
They were at that, taking out 10 cars plus each time that the caution flag did fly. But that's the nature of the beast when you come to a plate track like Daytona. Pack racing is going to be abundant throughout the night. As just taking a look at some details about this race, 1 fast repair. Dairy Queen limit, the DQ max is going to be 21x. 4 total sets of tires to get them on, or get them through tonight's 100 lapper here at Daytona. 65% fuel fill. And I do believe, from what I've seen so far, we're going to be finishing under the lights here. A few hometown heroes to speak about: Brian Chu out of Fort Myers, Justin Barkley out of Tampa, Colin Forrester out of Jacksonville, Willis Peters from Deanna Beach, and Chad Thornquist out of Ocala. We've also got Alec Weigert's dad, Meckel Fogstrom.
Yeah, and I guess just the English pronunciation for that would just be Michael. I guess
Hagström.
In Swedish it's Mikael. But
okay.
But we'll just go with Michael tonight for that one. And
he's going to be subbing for Thornquist, who is still stuck in Daytona traffic, leaving the real world race. Barkley subbing for Robert Rowe. Christian Delgado is in for Francisco Villarreal. So qualifying, getting ready to roll off here as a couple cars already up to speed. Let me just take a quick gander down through here. And, the aforementioned James Bowles, it looks like he's going to be the first one to take the green here. There he is, subbing in the deuce tonight.
And there is 4 qualifying laps tonight.
And 4? Oh my.
4 qualifying laps, which would be a total of 10 minutes for the qualifying session. And also event is Justin Barkley, the winner of the Xfinity race earlier, is this race driving for Robert Rowe. So, can you do a repeat? Can he do the sweep here at Daytona? So,
Well, he stole the Xfinity race right there coming into the tri-oval.
oh yeah, he put that JDM Chevrolet right up front and got the dub. His second career win in iSNF. His first one dating back about 2.5 years ago, and he's a founding member, and it was back in like season 1 of the ARCA. So, kind of coming out of nowhere there.
So we're watching along with defending series champion Marcus Hagman as he's coming down to lay one of the first times. Went purple in the first sector. Hagman goes purple in the second, sets a provisional P1. Mark Hanna, Christian Malcherik goes second quick. And for a man that admittedly does not have a lot of oval track experience, he did exceptionally well in the earlier Xfinity race as Dan Solo now jumps to the top of the pile.
Yes, he did, and I heard zero complaints about Christian on the track earlier too, so he must have drafted well and got some practice in prior to, which is really good.
He has a
Jason, let's do a little over/under for Tony here and see what. I'm going to throw it. I'm going to throw the over/under for cautions tonight at. We'll do 12. My car number. What do you think, Jason?
Okay.
We had 5 in the
Under.
Xfinity race for the same distance.
Under.
I'll take the under.
Okay, you guys are both at under. Okay.
I'm not gonna lie. The number I was gonna throw out was around the 5 range.
Yeah. Taylor Butcher Benjamin, one and done for him. As Linus Brostrom out on track. There he is in the 0-0. I thank you for that little trick that you showed me earlier with trading paints, Rhea. I'll have to pass that along to Father Marchese.
Sure, and no problem, anytime. I do see Linus's car loading up. The former or the defunct team called Star. What is it? Star Racing or something? Something Star Racing.
Something along those lines.
Yeah. Starcom. That's what it was. Yeah. Well, I mean, guys, I think it's going to be a great race. How's our point standings looking like coming into this one?
Well, let's take a quick look at the points coming in as we're going to try to bring those up. There we go. AJ Green currently sitting atop the pile. He's got Curtis Kelly only 3 markers back, and only 10 markers separate first from third, with James Bowles currently holding down the number 3 position. Another 11 back to Colin Forrester. Brian Chu rounding out your top 5 at 116. Taylor Butcher Benjamin, Marcus Hagman, Steven Sear, Charles Robertson, and Jalen Battle rounding out your top 10 currently. Right now at the cutoff, it's 16 for the playoffs.
That's correct, yes.
Currently in the number 16 spot is Colin Zimmer in the 62. He's got about 7 points worth of breathing room from the rookie Adam Duff.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the stats on the extended stats on Sim Race Hub, and seeing a very interesting thing about Taylor Butcher Benjamin. He's run 4 out of the 5 races so far, and is currently running no wins and no top 5s, only 1 top 10. Yet he keeps the 6th position. So this shows me that consistency is very much so a virtue, and this guy's got it.
And 100% correct, because Marcus Hagman brought up the exact same type of stat for himself.
Yeah.
Hagman won the championship last year with no wins.
Yeah, and Marcus Hagman right now in P7 has 0 top 5s and 0 top 10s. And if you would have told me last year coming out of that championship that we'd be on week 6 and he would have 0 top 5s and 0 top 10s, I would tell you you're definitely smoking something funny.
I'd have to agree with that statement.
Same amount as him.
Yeah. So, Yeah, and I fell all the way down to P20 in the standings, sadly, after a bad Glen race. So,
Through no
um,
fault of your own, I might add.
well, it was though part of it. I was too slow. I just didn't have enough practice. I didn't have time. I work a lot, and I do a lot of work for this league as well. Um, but I do want to say thanks again to Clarence for funding the Xfinity race earlier, and also to for everyone else here in the league for paying the league fees and any financial donations that come our way as well from folks like Christian Malsherek and John Hopley and Brian Chu and a few just to name a few there. But guys, I'm going to let you go.
Best of
I'll
luck,
be
Rhea.
I'll be kind enough to extend the grid just a little bit so you guys can get through all rows of drivers. I do
Yeah.
believe we have a record tonight. Do we have more than 46 now? I think Emily Urias, when she came in, may have cracked the.
We have 45.
Or do we have 45? Okay. Yeah, so we tied a record. So
Yeah, but
we don't
45
have.
cars at Daytona is a big field. I think
It's a big.
that's one of the largest fields that NASCAR's ever run here.
I think you're right. Yeah. So. All right, guys. Good luck, and no stages, sadly. So we'll, do that again next year. We'll give it another shot. But till then, see you guys later.
Yeah, thank you very much. Good luck.
Good luck.
So, Jason, we both agreed that we're thinking, especially after what we saw in the Xfinity race, there were a total of 5 cautions.
Yeah.
And Rhea put the over-under at 12. Let us know what you think in the live chat. Are we going to have over 12 or under 12? Chris Worrell saying over. JP Banner saying over. Oh boy.
No. I mean, we know that these guys are more than capable of keeping it under.
They went caution free at Talladega.
Yeah, we saw it with our own eyes.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's not
that's not reassuring.
Although I'm not gonna lie, by the point you get to about caution 10, you've done at least 30 laps, maybe 40 under caution. I can't remember how long they take.
Somewhere around that line.
But
it's 2.25 minutes for one pace lap.
Yeah, how many cars are you having running left at that point?
Well, with one fast repair, it all depends. Maybe half the field, if you're lucky.
Judging by how big the cautions were on Xfinity, how many cars they had in them, I doubt that, to be honest. But
well, we're following along with Colin Zimmer. I think he's running out of time quickly, and yeah, he's going to be able to get one lap, and he's not going to be able to get that second.
Yeah, he will make this lap, but.
So, Brian Treadwell, Lance Hill, and Tommy Stanley all electing to not set times in qualifying. They're going to be lined up via their iRating. But as we mentioned, 45 cars here to take the green tonight at Daytona. And that is going to be an end to qualifying, as we are now going to flash on over to the starting grid. Starting up on the pole, setting quick time. 2 Swedes in the front row. Dan Solo edging out Linus Broström by 2 1,000ths of a second. Taylor Butcher-Benjamin is another 1,000ths back off of them. Marcus Hagman going to roll off outside of Butcher-Benjamin in row number 2. Row 3 is going to see Curtis Kelly and Jalen Battle. Jonas Skoglund and Colin Forrester in row 4. Row 5 is going to see AJ Green and Alex Weigert, with row number 6 going to Christian Delgado and Christian Mahalik. Jason?
Yeah, and row 7 is going to be David Miller and Lilith Peters on there, and Chris V and Isaac Wilson on row 8. Row 9 is going to be Chase Harden and John Hopley, and row 10 rounding out your top 20 is going to be Derek Cook and Charles Roberson. Row 11 goes to Mark Hanna and Johnny Castle, with row number 12 going to Justin Barkley, winner of the Xfinity race earlier, and Joey Manis alongside him.
Hermie Sadler and Damian Mulvey going to roll it off in row number 13. Row 14 sees Ricky Hudgens and Steven Sear. Row number 15 is going to give us Mike Iskandar and Casey Tomlinson, with James Bowles and Mikael Hagstrom in row number 16. Jason?
Row 17 is going to go to Jeff Weimer and Leon Maria Ferris, with row 18 going to Zach Phillips and Emily Urias. Row 19 goes to Brian Chu and Colin Zima, with Jake Banner and Peyton Hubbard rounding out your top 40. Bob Wyckoff and JB Banner take up row 21, with row 22 going to Lance Hill and Tommy Stanley, and Brian Treadwell gets to start shotgun on the field. I think, to be honest, that might be a bit of an advantage for him.
I dare say you're correct, because you're less likely to get run over from behind if you're already at the back. So,
yeah, it'll be impressive if you did.
Oh, yeah, no, that'd definitely be one for the ages if that ever does turn out to be the case. So, just waiting for a few last-minute stragglers to jump into their cars. Again, 45 cars scheduled to roll up here tonight, 100 laps of scheduled distance, no stage cautions, and 4 sets of tires to get them through the race with a 65% fuel fill. So they've got the set of tires that they've got on the car, which is the same set they had to do qualifying in. Then they're laying 3 extra sets in the pits. And Jason, from what we saw, especially in the Xfinity race, we're probably looking pit window somewhere between 22 and 27 laps.
Yeah, I think you may be able to stretch 30 depending on where you are in the field and how good your fuel saving is,
and depending on how many times the pace car has to be deployed.
Yeah, that is unfortunately true as well, but I know one thing: they're not running out of tires. Just
no, absolutely. If you run out of tires here tonight, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah,
you're definitely doing it wrong. But yeah, a healthy field here tonight, and if I heard Rhea correctly, there he is on the inside lane, driving the Virginias for Lovers number 25. That is Hermie Sadler, and I'm digging what's on Barkley's car, the 7 there. That USO number 7, that's a sharp-looking ride.
Let me take a look. Ooh, yeah, no, I do like that. Although my iRacing doesn't like having 45 cars on one grid. Admittedly, I'm quite glad I'm not the producer, because
yeah,
that may have caused some issues.
That's a definite maybe.
Yeah, exactly. But yeah, it's, while I would like to be producing this, unfortunately my hardware decided to not allow me to do that, and I'm just noticing our pole sitter has not yet gridded. It's got 5 seconds to do so.
There he is.
He is just about in time.
Better late than pregnant.
Well, that was clearly planned. I've seen that a few times in my...
And we have all 45 cars getting ready to roll it behind that Ford Mustang GT 500 pace car as it starts to roll, bringing the cars out of pit road. Solo and Brostrom and Hagman, your top 3 right now, getting ready to fire it off. The only non-Swede in the top 2 rows, Taylor Butcher Benjamin in the double deuce. There you see him running the Shell Pennzoil Penske Mustang. And I might add the... no, Solo's in a Mustang too. So...
What are the bets on a delayed green even here at Daytona? Because we have such a large field that they're just not going to get stacked up in time.
I would hope not. I mean, they've got the super stretch to get this thing tightened up.
They do. I mean, everyone's out.
Just a few stragglers, and they're catching up quickly.
Yeah.
Hopefully, they don't catch up too quickly, if you follow my drift.
There are so many cars that I need to turn up my max cars that I'm requesting to the server to send to my client.
Yeah, you need to put it at least 63, bud.
Yeah.
But as the field works its way through the 3-4 complex, Daniel Solo going to have the button for one of the first times this season as the field comes off of turn number 4. You know what time it is, folks. It's time to wipe the visor and adjust the 5-point harness. Grandma, grab some popcorn because it's time to get it on in Daytona. Pace car is off, and race fans, it's show time! Green flag comes out. Solo and Brostrom door to door as they haul it off into turn number 1. Hagman pushing on his countryman right now as those two Chevys on the top lane trying to make something happen. They've got Jalen Battle up there with them, and those three drivers have worked together quite well in the past. We already got one bailing out, trying to drop to the tail. Oy!
Blame them.
That could have ended poorly.
Yeah, I don't blame you for dropping back. I mean, 100 laps, realistically, you don't need to be here right now. I mean, someone's got to be there, but it's not necessarily someone's blinking in the back as well. Looks like
There's a lot of them blinking in the back right now.
Team was doing some blinking.
Well, Brostrom going to lead that lap as Jalen Battle trying to get slotted up right now. He's got the one of Colin Forrester pushing on him as the double deuce of Taylor Butcher Benjamin goes to the high side. That Monster Energy number 45 of Curtis Kelly going with him.
Yeah, a solid lineup of cars in both lanes, so...
Hagman got the run, goes up, throws the block on TBB. Out of turn number 4. Bonus point going to be for Hagman. There you see Hagman showing the way on the low side. Taylor Butcher Benjamin right on him. Jalen Battle not having a good time of it as Butcher Benjamin throws it to the top shelf. The 45 of Curtis Kelly goes with him, giving him a shot down the super stretch here. Wow. That outside lane had the horsepower coming through 1. There's your new leader, though, Taylor Butcher Benjamin in the Pennzoil number 22. Curtis Kelly and Linus Brostrom going door to doors. Jalen Battle pushing on Brostrom. And give the lap to Brostrom by 4 1/1000ths of a second. Still too wide, about 10 deep right now. As throw a blanket over your top 19 as there's about a 3-second gap back to 20th place Mark Hanna. There we see him leading the second group as he's got Hermie Sadler. And oh, what did you just see? Oh, yeah.
Taylor Butcher Benjamin is on the grass on the inside. I don't think that's going to bring out a caution because he's off the racing surface and still moving on the apron now.
Well, let's take a look at what did happen to Taylor.
Big shunt.
Oh! Okay, Jalen Battle got shuffled out of line.
Yeah, he got pushed.
Oh, no.
Caution now for something that looks like it's happened on the tri-oval area.
Yes, it did, as we are going to go take a look at what did happen. Keep your eye on the 26 of Chase Harden here.
Yeah.
Oh! Oh, my. Oh! Oh, no, no, no.
The 14 just comes up into the 33. Race car to the face for Chase Harden.
So here we're going to
And for
see
the
it from
91,
above.
And the 3.
Hagman didn't get a hard shot. The 26, a Harden, though, just Kyle Bushed himself into that inside wall. Let's watch this one again here. We're now going to watch it. This is slowed down. So you can see him jockeying in front. The 14 comes up, doesn't realize the 33 is there, and boom goes the dynamite. That car is completely destroyed. 25 slips down, and there it is, right behind the scene there.
I only think his spotter after that just goes, "Yep, you weren't clear, bud."
Car high, dude. Watch this one again here. See, the one jumped to the top side. The 14 tries to go with him. Doesn't hear the spotter. 26 gets hip checked. Hagman gets turned with the car on his nose. Hagman didn't look like he hit the wall too hard. Matter of fact, it looks like he may have missed the wall altogether.
Yes, I think he did. And while you're looking at that, we've got interesting things happening with the pit stops. So, easier to list the people that have stayed out. Curtis Kelly, Linus Broström, Colin Forrester, Dan Solo, Skoglund, Weggett, Delgado, Peters, Iskandar, Treadwell, Zima, and Hagstrom have stayed out. Everybody else coming into the pits. Jalen Battle taking tires. Okay.
Yep.
Cool. Why not?
Battle took tires. Looks like
Pretty much everyone
Hill
else
is taking
for
tires.
you.
Barkley took 2. Lance Hill took 4. And then those who were involved in that little fracas there.
Yeah. Now, I'm going to be honest, I don't entirely understand why you'd take tyres on lap 6 at Daytona, but if Jalen Battle's doing it, then there is some sort of sense behind that decision. I trust that man more than I trust myself with decision pit strategy on an oval.
It's hard to it's hard to go against results.
Exactly.
And he has the results at just about every track we've gone to say, that kid needs to I would want him on the top of my pit box, let's put it that way.
Yeah.
I consider myself a pretty decent crew chief, mechanic, whatever you want to call me. Crap talker, I'll answer to just about any of it. But it's very hard to go against results, as we got one trying to race the pace car off pit road. It looked like Chase Harden.
Results of last season, finishing second. He finished second the season before as well, actually.
You are correct. So, always a contender in that 25. So, again, very hard to go against results. As the lights are out on the pace car, Curtis Kelly, Linus Broström, Colin Forrester, Daniel Solo, Alex Weigert, Jonas Skoglund, Christian Delgado, Lilith Peters, Brian Treadwell, and Mike Iskengar going to restart in your top 10 right now. Your biggest mover so far is the man that's going to be restarting in 9th. That's Brian Treadwell in the 48, who is already up 36 spots from where he took the green from.
And what exactly did I mention about him in the Xfinity? He does this.
Huh?
Brian Treadwell, he does this. He moves up a load of spots.
Oh, yeah. He doesn't have any faith in his qualifying attempts, though.
I mean, it seems to work out for him starting near the back. He's in 13th overall in the standings, so...
You're right. So Kelly going to have the button on the low side as the pace car gets ready to drop below the mustard line. There it goes. Geico restart zone is in effect tonight. They go into the restart zone, and everybody just rolls into it. Forrester going to make a shot at pushing Kelly as Brostrom and Solo on the top side already making something work up there.
Yeah,
on board with Kelly here.
Good Swedish contingent up at the top at the moment.
As Brostrom and Solo both have the clear coming down the super stretch. They're bringing the 43 with them. That's Alex Weigert. So Sweden, Canada, and your first American is back there in fifth with Colin Forrester in the 1.
Who says other countries can't do NASCAR?
Go fast, turn left, repeat as needed. They may not have many oval tracks to participate in, but if you can get your way around a rally course, as Sweden has proven time and time again, they are very successful and have been very successful over the past 50 years in World Rally. If you can throw a car around a rally course effectively, you can do just about anything with a race car.
Yeah, and I have figured out why my graphics are struggling. Called night lighting.
There you go. So Brostrom shows the way. Solo, Kelly, Weigert, and Forrester, your top 5 as they currently sit, as Kelly trying to make something happen on that second lane. He's got Forrester right there with him. They're going to have to get just a tick more organized, though, and they're going to need the 48 of Brian Treadwell to get just ever so closer. Treadwell almost getting into the wall down the back straightaway. Gets it collected back up. Here comes Kelly with a good head of steam down the super stretch. Brostrom, though, going to have the advantage as they haul it off into turn number 3.
Yeah, looking pretty good for that low lane. Though top lane seems to be getting pretty organized themselves as well. And in fact, moving in front, you got 2 of them are clear, 3 of them are clear now. Just about.
And that's something we talked about during the Xfinity race too, Jason. Especially with the independent rear suspension on this car, it does not like that low side. It wants to be freed up on that second lane to let the car really roll through the corner a little bit more effectively. As Hagstrom drops down, it looks like the 22 is looking to go with him. Not going to happen so far, as now the 11 of Hagstrom caught on that low side. The 22 of Butcher Benjamin finally drops down. We're 3 wide in the mid-pack. We were.
Oh, boy.
We were 3 wide in the mid-pack. It's Curtis Kelly going to lead that lap. Here comes the 22 of Taylor Butcher Benjamin. The Pied Piper of Baltimore, Maryland, now leading that low side. He's got the 21 of David Miller right behind him in that Woods Brothers Dex Ford Mustang. So a couple of Fords on the low side, a Toyota and a Chevy on the top shelf. And look who won the pony, as into the top 5 for the first time tonight. The Advanced Auto Parts number 12 of Miss Rhea Ferris.
Yeah, she can certainly make her way up there, and it's been pretty good so far. She hasn't been involved in anyone else's wreck.
And if you take a look at your top 6 right now, all 3 Penske Fords are right there in the top 6.
I mean, she builds her team well.
Mm-hmm. You know, just because we can, we are going to go. This is what James Bowles in the Deuce sees And you see the two Fords in front of him. You can see the sparks flying as the 21 of Miller caught the apron ever so slightly. Little three-car tango down on the bottom lane. He's not pushing the pusher, but he is there for drafting help.
Yeah, and while you were looking at that, Linus Broström was getting hung out to dry in the middle lane. Because they were going 3 wide for a little bit until he could get cleared up, and eventually he got cleared up on the top lane, so moved back up. But that's put him down some.
It definitely has. And you know as well as I do, he is not happy right now.
Oh, no.
But one person who's definitely not too disappointed so far, currently running in 7th, that's 48 of Brian Treadwell, who started almost shotgun on the field. Plus 37 right now.
Yeah, I mean, himself and Lance Hill are battling for most positions gained at the moment. I mean, if Brian can gain any ground on him, then he can solidly take that crown away. I mean,
there we see Hill
if he
in
does
the
well
DoorDash
enough,
23.
Yeah, if Brian Treadwell does well enough, he's going to be completely insurmountable in that, because he did start last.
You're not wrong. Checking back with the boss lady. She's back up on the top shelf. You see her going door to door with the 11 of Mikael Hagstrom. And we've got a new leader, Colin Forrester, with the nose out front, coming down the super stretch. Getting a good shove from Linus Broström on the outside lane. They both have the clear. And they both drop down.
Yeah, and that's what a great drafting partner can do for you. I mean, these guys both know what they're doing. And if you work well together, you can almost become unbeatable at some points.
2 and 3 car tangos work very well here in the next gen cars. One of our home state heroes leading for the first time tonight.
Yeah, Colin Forrester, I believe, hailing from Jacksonville.
You are correct, sir. You are absolutely correct, as here comes Justin Barkley in the 7. Another home state hero from Tampa.
I'm going to restart my game because I'm going to be honest, I can barely see anything.
Fair enough. If you need me to stream to you, I can.
I will let you know. My turning the settings down.
Oh no. What just happened to Hermie Sadler? Something just took place with the 25 of Sadler. Oh! How is that not a caution?
I regret to think, did he get involved in someone else's wreck again, or?
Well, we're going back to take a look at it. You see Sadler there on the low line in the orange and black, number 25.
Oh.
Coming out of turn 2. Gets pinched down. Oh, net code.
From watching the YouTube stream? Oh.
Oh! The 9 catching a piece of that one. Sadler catching a big piece. Oh, that is... Front suspension not attached to that car anymore.
Yeah, no, that's the And that's the one thing you've got to watch out for in these cars, especially in these next gens, is the suspension can go just like that if you have a hard hinge. And that is long repair.
At least 10 minutes to get those new A-arms put on that car. Right now, the mayor of Winchester, Tennessee, Lance Hill, showing the way on the low side. Colin Forrester shot out of a cannon on the top side again. You see the field just flashing by there. Now Linus Brostrom with the nose out front, as he's got Weigert right on him for help.
Ooh, someone's in the wall back there. It's the 48, I believe. It's been into the outside wall.
I don't have it.
Well, no, he's still going, but it was a bit of a shunt into the outside wall. And
Took a shot, is what you're saying.
Yeah, not going to help him, but not completely devastating for him, luckily.
Alex Weigert in the Petty Motorsports number 43, bringing it off at turn number 4, getting some good help from the one of Colin Forrester. And just like that, our 5th leader tonight, Alex Weigert.
I am honestly surprised at the momentum that this inside lane has, considering how stretched apart they are in comparison to the top lane. Although, famously, as soon as I say anything on a super speedway, the opposite happens, so...
Well, I'm just glad we broke the curse. Because for years we had...
Which one?
What were referred to as the announcer's curse. If we talked to somebody mid-race, their race was over before the checkers flew. We talked to Chris Worrell twice during that Xfinity race, and he still finished on the podium.
Brostrom desperately trying to make his way down, bail out of that top lane.
Weigert, Forrester, Hill, Barkley, Kelly, your top 5. Weimer, Butcher, Benjamin, Miller, Brostrom, Bowles, rounding out your top 10. And we've already got some bailing pit side on lap 24. And that's everybody who didn't come down under the caution. Weigert and Forrester are the only 2 in the top 5 right now that have not gone down pit road yet.
Yeah, I guess at this point we find out how big the 65% fuel fill tank really is.
With 1 caution under their belts,
yeah, I would expect you'd be able to get
maybe 30.
7 at least, yeah. Around that. Weigert and Forrester don't show any signs of pitting this time round, and they stay out, so...
And the one thing we did see in the Xfinity race, with tire wear being as negligible as it is here tonight at Daytona, as you can see that beautiful pink sky as the sun starts to set, or continues to set, I should say, lights are coming on, tires are going to be less of a factor as the track temperature continues to cool off.
Yeah.
Take a look right now at the current weather conditions. 8-mile-an-hour wind straight down the back straightaway, which means these guys are hauling it off into turn number 3 at close to 190 miles an hour. And 82-degree ambient air temperature. Track temperature is already down. And speaking of going down, there are our leaders. Oh, my.
Big shunt for the 23. Coming down onto pit road, he's going to get an unsafe pit entry if he goes in as well.
Well, let's watch this again. Keep your eye on the 23 of Hill. He got help.
Yeah. He got big help.
He got a lot of help from the 41 there. And at this point, Lance Hill would almost be better off going back out onto the racetrack because he's now going to get popped for an unsafe pit entry.
Which, unfortunately, he did go in, so that's going to be black flag unsafe pit entry.
Probably didn't have a choice.
That's what it is.
Take a look at your top three, though. James Bowles, Rhea Ferris, and David Miller. 3.5 seconds, almost 4 seconds now, to the good over fourth place, Jeff Weimer. And as there you see Weimer coming through the tri-oval there, just as your lead group of three haul it off into turn number 1.
Looking at the speed this top three has got, if they work well together, they can get a nice little overcut going.
Well, they all came down on lap 6.
Yeah.
And it's something we've seen time and time again. If you can get 3 cars that know how to work well together, looks like Bowles bailing out on the top side. Ferris now going to lead the little freight train, and they've got, well, that's good news in front of them, as I believe that's the 55 of Tommy Stanley that they are fast approaching.
Well, it looks like we're going to get a big pack reforming here from about 20th place on track. We've got a decent number of cars who, I'm not sure if they pitted together or came out of the pits together. And we were talking about tyre strategy. I mean, so long as you can avoid spinning it up on the restarts, I feel like tyres are basically negligible here.
For the most part, they are. In a 100-lap race, you're probably only going to need to put tires on once.
Yeah, because once you're going, it doesn't really matter until you actually need the grip to save it or whatever.
Whoa! Ferris just said to chase it down the hill.
Oh, very close. There's contact. Is there going to be a caution? There's going to be a caution from this.
Yellow.
The 24 and the 9 coming together through 3 and 4.
Oh boy.
Going up and collecting another car, I think. The 23, if I remember correctly. 26 they collected.
Well, there's a 9 catching the apron. 23 just barely missing. Oh, 26 backs it into the wall. The 15 caught a piece of it. And then down the track they come. How to break all the suspension.
24 was caught between a rock and a hard place, and unfortunately nowhere much to go for Gel and Battle. Did anyone behind, apart from the 26, catch a piece of that?
The 15 did catch a piece.
Ooh. Hey. That next pack just about got through it.
Almost. Come on.
But yeah, then the 15 will have a bit of damage as well. Luckily for the guys involved, they probably still have their fast repair, unless they were involved in that big one in the early laps.
Yeah.
But
well, the good news is if you're the guys that came down under that first caution, you can now come down and get free tires.
yeah,
Whereas everybody else is probably, if they're going to come down, they're going to take fuel only. As Alex Weigert and Linus Brostrom are both electing to stay out, as does the 8 of Joey Maines and the 22 of TBB.
well, the solid news for those guys is it's only been 4 laps since they've pit, so
Right.
it's Sure, it makes a bit of a difference whether you pit now or not, but you can go out and grab that track position while you're going to get it for free.
So, Jason, while we're under caution, we are going to step away, pay a couple bills, and we'll be back right after this.
Yeah, sure thing. Yeah, how long do we have? Okay. Go in.
That took time, all of them within 3.5 tenths of each other tonight is going to be a very closely competitive race.
As the field works its way out of the 3-4 complex, the only thing that's left to say is wipe the visor, adjust the 5-point safety harness, because race fans, it's showtime!
Amazing looking cars already. Green flag will fly.
Oh, the rocket! Well, one thing that you're going to see at this track that we haven't seen the last few weeks is a surface that's multi-group. I think this is the first multi-group surface we're going to have.
After an amazing race at Daytona, we now come to the West Coast and Auto Club Speedway in Fontana, California, for the second round of the Way She Goes Racing League Cup Series. And we are back at Daytona for round number 6 of the iSNF Sunday Night Fever Cup Series. Tony Chaprasso, Jason Software up in the booth with you here for Sim Racing Media. And Jason, only our second caution tonight. Do we have Jason? Apparently, we don't have Jason.
You do now.
We do now. But, Jason, only our second caution here tonight as the lights are already out on the pace car. Broster and Weigert going to lead us back, and they're extending the caution.
Maybe the field's not completely set up. I think they've got some lap cars in between. No, that makes sense with the OLs. Who knows? Guess we'll figure it out.
Again, no stage cautions here tonight. Weigert and Brostrom going to fire it off from the front. Brostrom electing to take the outside lane. As the lights go back out on the Ford Mustang GT500 pace car. Thank you so much for making this part of your Sunday evening. I want to thank everybody for joining us in the live chat. If you haven't done this already, please give this video a thumbs up because it really helps share these videos around the YouTube universe. The more thumbs up a video gets, the more likely it is to be shared on someone's homepage. And while you're at it, you want to visit our brand new Twitter page, which is at Sim Racing Media 1.
This is completely unrelated, but Tony, you know how I told you about the guy who put the bet on the real race at 74,000 to 1?
Yeah.
And won it. Yeah, turns out someone else did the same bet, put $13.50 on it. That's $1 million. I just find that too funny to not share.
I would highly recommend to both those gentlemen to stay indoors for the next 12 months because you're more likely to get struck by lightning than to hit those bats.
Fair play to him as pace car comes down pit road once again. And we are going to be green once Weggett hits the throttle, and he does. And brings everyone with him.
Joey Maines giving a good shove to Alex Weigert on the low side right now. It's the highest Maines has been all night. He's currently plus 21. Your current biggest mover, though, is Mikael Hagstrom, currently sitting plus 25 right now. Rhea Ferris in 10th is plus 24. As there we see the Swedish driver for Petty Racing. 22 of Caleb Butcher Benjamin, starting to get a little bit of the blinkies there on the top line. Damian Mulvey quietly making his way through the field right now as he's currently sitting just outside the top 10. There is the Irishman there on the low lane.
It looked like we were going to have a third, well, I say lane, someone's going to shove it back in the middle.
No, we've got a third lane. They're 3 wide.
Oh, we do now, yep.
They are 3 wide, and that's Linus Brostrom wisely backing out of it.
Yeah.
It's Taylor Butcher Benjamin out of Baltimore deciding to shove it up through the middle. Brostrom continuing to hemorrhage spots, just could not get down. Running around his former Penske Racing teammates, as he was on that team led by Rhea Ferris last season.
Yeah, he's still being shuffled, but not even halfway through the race. Still a decent while to go.
You see Joey Maines in the 8th, the Keego Harbor, Michigan native. As he is in a Swedish sandwich right now, as it's Weigert, Maines, Skoglund, Hagstrom.
What a sandwich.
Pretty much. There is Hagstrom in the Joe Gibbs Racing number 11 tonight out of Helsingborg, Sweden. And sideways he goes. Oh!
Bang! That's not nice.
Oh. Oh my
A
goodness.
lot of cars.
Oh, that's what you referred to as a Waffle House situation, folks.
Yeah.
Cars are
That's
scattered,
suspension.
smothered, and covered.
That's a suspension gone for the 11 at least. What else do we have? The 41 and the 11.
Jeepers.
Yeah, looks like the 11 came down a bit, the 41 came up a little bit. And I've got it fairly sorted. Well, the 11 had just about got it recovered, but unfortunately at that point in time the 7 wasn't there.
Yep.
And
then everybody pounding salt behind them.
yeah. No matter how hard you push the brake pedal, it ain't stopping you in time for that, and that's all she wrote.
Let me find her. Where is she? Alright, so there just so happens to be a GoPro on Rhea Ferris's helmet. This is what the boss lady just saw.
Take a look at that footage myself. Find it.
There you see it popping off in front of her. Pancakes the wall. Looks like not a ton of damage. Oh yeah, no, that's not good.
Ooh, ow.
Yeah, the right front suspension is no longer attached on that car.
Oh.
Hopefully she still has her fast repair.
when something similar happened in the Xfinity race, she didn't, but I'm keeping an eye on her in the pits. She missed a pit box to start with. That's not ideal.
No.
And yep, that car is immediately repaired. So cashing in that fast repair, taking some tires, filling her up with fuel, and going to be good to go back out. And good thing she could bring it back to the pits and not have to tow.
Right. So we were working lap 40 of 100, just a little bit short of the halfway mark. Alex Weigert, Joey Maines, Jonas Skoglund, Marcus Hagman, Damian Mulvey, James Bowles, John Hopley, Curtis Kelly, Lil Peters, and Dan Solo rounding out your top 10 as we currently sit. Currently under caution 2, 3? 2.
3.
Is this 3? I thought it was 2.
I think it's 3.
Okay, well, we'll go with our third caution here.
I can check this.
All in all, it's currently better than what we saw at the Daytona 500 to kick off the season.
Oh, yeah, definitely. 1, 2. 3. Yeah. Caution 3. Which, yeah, I mean, it is definitely better, but I guess you would expect that. We're on race 6 now. These guys have been racing together in these cars for 5 races for most of them. Some guys on 4, some guys on 3, but
well,
you just tend to get better, cleaner racing when they've raced together for a while.
Except at Charlotte.
And for reference, the next time someone's in a Swedish sandwich, I will say that they're in a smörgås.
A what?
A smörgås.
Gesundheit.
Thank you.
So lights are out on the pace cars. The field worked its way double file down the super stretch here at Daytona. Again, you were watching the Hurricane 250, round number 6 of the iSNF Sunday Night Fever Cup Series. Tony Chabas, Jason Salford up in the booth with you. Thank you so much for making us a part of your evening. Don't forget to like, favorite, subscribe, share, and turn on bell notifications, as we have a ton of racing left to come this week here on Sim Racing Media. The nightcap tonight, if you like Cup cars and you like Daytona, we got another one in store for you starting at 8:20 Eastern Time for Sunday Night NASCAR. And it'll be my third broadcast today from Daytona. Why do I do this to myself?
Because you are a very nice guy that is helpful in covering others in need. As the pace car makes the left once again onto pit road for the 4th time this race, and green flag in the air once again. Alex Weigert with the restart, and this time getting a jump. That's not a good omen.
Well, he immediately goes up to pick up Joey Maines, as those two have worked well together all evening so far. Weigert, Maines, Skoglund, Hagman, Mulvey, your top 5 as they currently sit. Little bit of shuffling going on back there, as I believe that was the 44 Christian Delgado getting shuffled out. Everybody playing nice so far. James Bowles in the 2, working the top shelf right now. He has the 45 of Curtis Kelly right behind him. That second lane's got to get just a tick more organized, as you've got 2 Penske cars. Oy!
Well,
okay.
Temporarily a 3rd lane.
Why is it that I can feel my blood pressure spike whenever they do that?
Well, they were sorting something out, and they managed to keep it in one piece, so that's always good. But we've got the what is that? Top 7 all clear now. Top 6. It's all clear single file. So quite a lot of work for the outside lane to do, but they may get picked up here by someone a bit further up. Look, the 41 might try and bring that to the advantage.
Well, that would be Jonas Skoglund in that 41 Ford Mustang. 3 Mustangs and 5 Fords in the top 9. Make that 3 and 7 as Chevy, Ford. Curtis Kelly's Toyota, the first one in the top 10.
And now an 11th.
And now an 11th after catching the apron on the front chute. Oy vey.
You said the outside lane's got to get more organised. They look pretty organised to me now.
Yeah, they're starting to get it figured out as now those 2 Penske cars running 1 and 2 on the outside lane. As, of course, Joey Maines, your new leader, is going to jump up to pick them up. Throws the block on the 2. That's going to open the door for Hagman. Hagman almost had the run. Wisely saw that door closing and jumped on the binders. But Maines currently shows the way over James Bowles in the 2. Maines up 23, leading the race. Bowles up 29, sitting in second.
Again, just the great work from the drivers to make up positions in the race. You don't necessarily have to be the quickest qualifier, especially here at Daytona. That's very aggressive from the 2. I just realised there's not a halfway stage or anything, right?
I don't know. I think they forgot.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. There's not really much need to be blocking so much. On,
Not yet.
what, lap 47 of 100?
Yeah, we're not even at the
Maybe.
halfway mark yet, so...
Yeah. Definitely lap 97.
We're looking about 2 more pit stops to get them through the night.
Yeah.
As you can see, the Moscow lighting these cars up. Beautiful sheen coming off of all these rides tonight, even the ones that are damaged. As Maines and Bowles trying to make something happen on the low side. Hagman and Butcher Benjamin on the top shelf. And throw a blanket over your top 22 right now, as they're all pretty much in that same grouping. Then you got to go all the way back to 23rd. There is Miller leading the freight train of Forrester, Castle, Ferris, excuse me, and a couple of lap cars. Meanwhile, at the front of this, though, they're 3 wide in the mid-pack.
It's to be expected at this point, honestly.
Are you trying to give the announcers a heart attack? Because that's how you give the announcers a heart attack.
Yeah, well, I'm not gonna lie, I think the drivers will get a heart attack a bit quicker than we will. At least we're not in the cars.
One of the reasons why I stopped competitively driving.
I don't even like running the high lane here, let alone being 3 wide.
Absolutely not. No, I'll gladly run 4th or 5th, caught on the low side with nowhere to go, than, put myself in a bad situation.
Yep, speaking of 3 wide, Jalen Battle. Last time you were 3 wide, that didn't go so well. This time, it's worked out pretty decently, making his way up the outside lane.
Currently sitting 1 lap down.
Belly a crash. So he is, yeah.
Currently
He's
sitting one
gonna
lap
find a way
down
past
in that lead pack,
52.
though.
Yeah.
As I'm looking at this, Battle is the free pass car right now.
Well, he's actually completely alongside the guy that he needs to battle for it.
It's Ricky
Ricky
Hudgens in the 52, yeah.
Yeah, this is a battle for the lucky dog spot, as well as a battle for the lead in this pack.
A little bit of shuffling going on in the mid-pack as the 41 of Skoglund has Joey Maines with him on the top shelf with Marcus Hagman. There is the 41 of Skoglund on the top side. Aggressive move out of James Bowles. Going to the high side, had the run. The only problem is there's no drafting help up there. He is going to hemorrhage some spots here. Joey Maines was looking to make it 3 wide.
Yeah, unfortunately the only thing that did was check out the outside lane, and well, you can see the 20 of Peyton Hubbard was able to go and pick up that outside lane from 5th position, so maybe the 20 and the 2 can work well together to get them back up towards the front.
And we're riding on board with Bowles right now, looking up at Hubbard's.
Chuff.
Sorry, I got distracted there for a second.
You mesmerized by the Toyota rear end?
Hard no. Honestly, not a fan.
Oh, fair enough. I mean, the cars are so heavily homologated. That one. Well, they look pretty similar to each other anyway, apart from the fake lights.
Well, I mean, the grills do have some differences to them. But honestly, I would have to say that they're losing their street cred with what they're doing with these cars right now. You know, it used to be like, especially back in the 80s, it was back in the 80s and earlier, it was win on Sunday, sell on Monday. So you could go down and buy almost this, it would be the same appearing car as what you just saw race in the NASCAR divisions on the weekend. You could go down to your local dealership and go, yeah, I want that Buick Regal. I want that Oldsmobile Cutlass Supreme. You know, and now they kind of look like the cars they're supposed to look like, but you can see especially under caution laps, that these cars are quite different from the street-going versions of themselves. And here we go, green flag pit stop starting. Joey Maines, Alex Weigert, and Marcus Hagman all going pit side.
Yeah, going back to that, I don't think they've got much ground to call them stock cars anymore. When it's pretty clearly not stock, but that's I'm sure that's a conversation for someone a bit more qualified than I am.
That's one of the things I like about the Australian V8 Supercar Series and the BTCC. They start out with the shells of the street-going car.
Yeah, even coming up to GT3, GTE spec even.
Oh yeah, I mean, you can go down to your local Porsche dealer and buy, you know, a street legal, class legal GT3 or GTE car.
Yeah, I mean, while it's it's a high-end car, yes, but you can buy one of those and then buy the conversion kit.
Slap a roll cage in it and go
Slap-
racing.
Yeah, slap conversion kit on. Congratulations, you have a race car.
Well, no, the Porsche GT3 comes with a roll cage.
Yes, yeah.
And it's street legal.
Ooh, bit of shuffling there on the inside lane. Thought someone was going to come pit side then, but
Not seeing too many guys come down pit side yet. JB Banner currently the only one stuck in the pits. He's been there for the last half hour.
ow. Well, I'm assuming he used his fast repair early then, and then got caught in something else. And I think we are now pretty much guaranteed to not get the double win. Justin Barkley has disconnected.
That's a tough break. Yep, he has put it on the hauler, as has Chase Harden and Hermie Sadler. It's only 3 retirements to speak of so far. Of the 45 cars that took the green, 41 are still running.
We're 3. We're no longer. We're still 3.
No, we're
He
3.
blinked.
We're 3, and that's sketchy.
I don't want to be 3 with a blinking car on my outside.
Especially when it's a lap car.
No, the 20s.
I saw Isaac Wilson blinking.
Oh, I saw Peyton Hubbard blinking. Okay. Well,
Jalen Battles 3 wide again.
that man does seem to love a 3 wide. Not sure where that lap car's going to go, but it looks things. I don't think that lap car is going to go. Well, I guess actually he's battling him, so of course it wouldn't go.
And we did miss it, but that is Charles Robertson showing the way right now. Oh my goodness.
3 again, help me, I'm scared.
You're scared. I think I just broke the handle on my wheelchair. Good grief.
Where is this run that Jalen Battles just got? What is this? Has he just turned on his nitrous booster or something?
Sure, why not?
As,
Wholesale pit stops.
yep, load of cars coming down pit road. That's going to be the 14, 22, 2, 10, 51, 21, 45, 55, and the 6 who is a lap down. And, that does give Jalen Battles his lap back for now.
And you are correct, the 20 of Peyton Hubbard was blinking heavily. He still is, even though he's leading this race.
Oh, there's been a crash on pit road. The 33 came across the 10 as the 10 was leaving a pretty early pit stall. 33 needed to come in a pretty late pit stall. They were side by side, and that's going to be front end damage for Christian Malcharek, who is already not having the best of times, sitting now 3 laps down.
Yeah.
As Jeff Weimer is also going for a trip through the grass. Why is this?
I don't know.
I will check.
If you can go find out what's going on there.
Pit exit. He was going a bit quickly on the apron. Got some oversteer. And fortunately, that means it's lawnmower time.
And the splitters on these cars are great lawn care implements.
Yeah, unfortunately, they don't tend
What
to
are you
well when you've got
doing?
that bump in the middle.
Oh no.
What's happened?
Something just happened with Jalen Battle. And that's got to be a caution. How is that not a caution?
Oh, it is now, apparently.
Jeepers!
Let me look that back. Oh, yeah.
Let's go back and take a look at what did happen with Vettel. Keep your eye on the first car in line on the top side. Goes down. Throws the block. Tries to throw the block again. Gets yeeted into the wall. Sideways turn. Oh. Damian Mulvey just got shot into the outside wall like a cannon. And then back up the track, Battle goes. Parks sideways. He's holding the brake because he sees guys coming on the apron. Tries to get it go. Oh!
Yeah. I was thinking, how long did that take to call? The fact that he was sat on track for what?
A good 10 seconds.
10, 15 seconds, stationary. And, I mean, to be fair to Crispy, I'm going to go on his onboard now, but I'm pretty sure he's completely blindsided by the guy ahead of him.
Well, I got to find... What number is he?
27.
There he is. So, we are actually going to go on board as well.
Oh.
There's Rhea Ferris right in front of him.
Okay, no, I'm not going to lie. There was enough time to see that, but Jalen Battle did move down slightly as he just about got that car going.
Well, he saw that the apron was clear. He's trying to get out of the way. There you see Mulvey on the top side. You can see Battle park sideways. No one's thrown the caution yet. Rhea sees it. Oh!
Honestly, I think he could have got down quicker.
He probably could have, but I can tell you the last thing that went through Chris Van Maastricht's what the last thing to go through his head was
his steering wheel.
His own eyeballs.
Yeah.
Here's our first, thank God this is a simulator moment of the night.
Right, so that is a casual head-on collision. 167 miles an hour.
As you do.
Don't worry about it. Straight into the driver's side.
I mean, in his defense, he couldn't really see what was going on because he was drafting with Rhea.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Obviously, I don't know what angle he has his cockpit cam at, but my angle, I was able to see him, but that's not really where you would be focusing either. And if the caution's not out, what are you gonna do?
I mean, you could see something, but that was coming out of the tri-oval. You could see it. Plenty of time for that object to get down and out of the way. And I mean, Battle did the right thing. He held the brake. It's just when he went to go move, it was just wrong place, wrong time.
It's the thing with this. I saw it, but I was looking for it.
Yeah.
You're not going to be looking for that if you're racing someone directly behind another car, so fair enough. But these things happen, and the iRacing officials do sometimes fall asleep on the job. I mean, it's what? It's only 8:39 in sim time here, so...
Right.
They've got a bit of a weird sleeping schedule on the officials, but...
The perks of being a NASCAR official. It's a thankless job, and it never gets old.
So, as the lights are out on the pace car going down the backstretch, Taylor Butch Benjamin's going to have the button when we eventually get down to the tri-oval. He's got Charles Robertson alongside him. Then Dan Solo and Lilith Peters are going to be lining up in the second row for the restart.
Does that say Volvo?
Where?
Look from the gearbox cam from Taylor Butcher Benjamin back to Dan Solo. That does say Volvo.
Gearbox cam, quick. Yes.
Okay. Green flag comes back out as TBB pulls the trigger, and we are back underway. Charles Robertson in the 14, no drafting help, as the 20 immediately dropped down in front of the deuce, as Butcher Benjamin and Solo getting a pretty decent getaway. Butcher Benjamin has Miller in the 21 right behind him, as everybody playing nicely so far.
Well, I'm glad you're looking at the front and not about 10 rows behind them, but I feel like we...
I am now, as Alex Weigert trying to make his way back up through this field.
I feel like we both got Dan Solo's Svenska iRacing League on livery showing rather than the other one.
Yeah, and that makes its debut this coming Thursday on the channel.
We're back here again, aren't we?
Yeah, we are. In this car.
425 laps this time. As
oh no!
What? Someone was blinked out for the entire time through that one. I think it was Peyton Hubbard.
You might have been right.
But Alright, I'll analyze.
Well, this is what the eye in the sky picked up. Keep your eye on the 21 of Miller. As... Oh, no, it was the 30.
Yeah,
And for the second time tonight, we're in a Waffle House situation.
oh yeah, the 30 blinking massively. 21 realizing this and realizing there's going to be contact, checks up slightly. The 20 nowhere to go. And,
well, Bowles actually got into the 30, and the 21 realized that if I don't lift, I'm gonna hit him.
Yeah.
And all hell breaks loose behind him.
And in the chat, Lilith has apologized. Random lag spike. Unfortunately, this is one of the curses of sim racing.
Lag happens.
Yeah, lag happens. Netcode happens. And,
we saw a bad netcode situation in the Xfinity race earlier.
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean,
that was horrid.
Was it in? Yeah. There's one where the 22 car in that race, I think, netcode bubbled 2 separate people.
Well, I mean, there was plenty of room between those two cars, and it was some of the worst netcode I had seen. So, everybody doing the right thing, trying to avoid the 30, not knowing where that car was going. But unfortunately, we did lose some pretty stout rides because of that.
Yeah. Let's just hope that some of them still have their fast repairs up. I mean, people who've been running at the front all race maybe do still have their fast repair. It tends to be prudent to keep it while you can. So hopefully they did. As this is going to be interesting up at the front. I mean, we've got a bit of a mixed bag up at the front, I'd say. with fifth and back, pretty much everyone pitted on this caution, but top four of Taylor Butcher Benjamin, James Bowles, John Hobley, and Rhea Ferris.
All electing to stay out. And then we've got some lap cars shuffled in there for some reason.
I think that'll sort itself out on 1 to green. That's what it tends to do.
And that would be right now, so let's see how this one does pan out.
Yeah, well, who knows? Guess we'll figure it out. But no matter if they stopped on this caution or not, I do not think they're able to make it on fuel. That'll be, what, 32 laps, and that's providing there's no green-white checker. That's...
Yeah, you're not making it to the finish from here.
No. So, we will be able to start seeing money stops in the next 5 laps time. After the next 5 laps, anyone stopping would be able to make it, providing no overtime.
Well, it has yet to be determined as to what we're going to see, because...
Orders shuffling. I would not be surprised to see a delayed green.
Well, we're about to find out.
As it's still shuffling back there.
As you do.
You got some cars that are just fully, straight up not caught up.
However, I'm going to say this again. Take a look at your top 4. 3 of those top 4 cars belong to Penske Racing.
I mean, clearly Rhea's got a strategy.
This is a solid run for this guy. These guys. This is a solid run for these guys and gal.
Yeah, and Taylor Butch Benjamin with the button. And he's going to press it.
One of his teammates is able to get down and clear. Former teammate Linus Brostrom, who used to drive the 22, down there as well. They're 3 wide behind him, though.
Yeah, that's not fun off a restart, and I think slightly unfortunately there for the Penske team, Rhea was left out to dry a little bit. So she's fallen back to, what, about 8th place.
Yeah, that's where I got her.
So we're still nearly running 3 wide further back.
Good grief.
Just about avoiding it. For now.
And now they are 3 wide. And Jalen Battle caught in that 3 wide scenario. Oy. Lieutenant Jeff Weimer going 3 wide. Oh, baby. Why? Why?
A track position before the money stopped, Tony.
You're killing me, Smalls. So we got the 2 Penske Fords of the 22 of Taylor Butch Benjamin and the Deuce of James Bowles showing the way. John Hopkins Toyota and Linus Brostrom Chevy and Daniel Solo Chevy right there as well. And we've got the Dan Solo in a Ford. AJ Green, Alex Weigert, Marcus Hagman, Rhea Ferris, and Curtis Kelly rounding out your top 10. Brostrom looking to the high side, coming through 1 and 2.
Yep, comes up directly in front of Alex Weggett, so I'm sure that was orchestrated.
Safe bet.
As yes, ideally Dan Solo is going to be looking to get up there as well with his fellow Swedes. 3 of them in a line at the moment.
I mean, do you go with your countryman or do you go with your teammate?
Yeah. I mean, it's an interesting one. I guess either one would work for him, to be honest. Although I don't think he's going to be able to get up, so I don't think the option's there.
And he doesn't have an opening quite yet.
And looks for the 99 will be close enough to keep that closed anyway, so...
Steven Sear starting to make some headway in the 5. There he is on the low side. There's the 33 of Christian Malsharek on the top shelf after getting involved in one of those earlier incidences. Has burned his fast repair and now is trying to claw his way back towards the front.
Something I noticed in this race, people are changing lanes at... Well, some people are changing lanes at basically any opportunity and then going backwards because of it.
Well, because they're making such aggressive moves, they're killing all their forward momentum to try to go sideways.
Yeah. It feels like the grass is greener on the other side every time, and well...
Well, let me ask you this, Jason. If you were to stick your foot in a bear trap, how many times would you have to take before you learned not to stick your foot in a bear trap?
Reading the analogy, considering they're 3 wide, probably about 12.
You can't
As,
fix stupid.
Curtis Kelly is currently the ham in a sandwich.
Oh, crap.
As looks like that involved the 11 and the 6.
Well, here we go, watching them.
I'm not sure anymore.
Oh.
Oh. Never mind, that did involve more.
Ouch. Let's follow along with Isaac Wilson. There you see him in the purple 6 there, right behind the purple 51 of Damian Mulvey.
He got pushed a good...
He got run flat over from behind by the 78.
Yeah. So, that all happened. Sorry to say, once again, Jalen Battle in the middle of a sandwich.
So it pops off in front. We're watching with the 23 now. Yeah, that started with Battle.
Yeah. 33 coming down. 20 can't go anywhere further down. And bonk. And then people checking up.
Yep, Battle looking to go 3 wide. Malsharek pinches him down. 20 is already there. And then the 6 backs off to try to avoid it. And unfortunately, he gets run over from behind. And the 11 jumps on the binders to try to avoid it as well.
Tony, would you like some good news?
What would the good news be? What am I seeing?
What?
They're having to share pit stalls.
Well, yeah, there's only, what, 40 pit stalls at Daytona, right?
I thought there was 42.
I mean, either way, either way, the top guys will be sharing because it's done off. It's done off qualifying. Brian Treadwell is still running. No, he's not. No, he is in the pits.
Beats a Formula One stop where you actually have to wait for your teammate to pit before you can.
Yeah, exactly. Well, either way, that at least some of the top guys will be sharing pit stalls because it does just wrap around.
So 22 laps to go. Anybody that just came down for at least fuel, you can make it from here. Brian Chu coming down for 4 fresh tires. Taylor Butcher Benjamin taking 2. John Hopley taking 2. James Bowles taking 2. Maria Ferris took 2. Stephen Sear took 4. There's Stephen.
And your drivers that are pitting under this caution include everyone that's going to now have a chance at the win, because frankly, if you don't pit under this caution, good luck.
23 cars left on the lead lap here, as from 24th on back, they are a lap down or better.
Yep, and lights now out once again on the pace car, and we have a Swedish top Straya.
Kind of like how they started this race.
Yeah. I did get that number correct.
What?
3 in Swedish.
Huh?
It's tre.
Okay. It's 4 of your top 10 from the Swedish contingent. Dan Solo, Linus Brost, and Marcus Hagman are going to be restarting 1, 2, 3. And they've got AJ Green, who had one stolen from him in the Xfinity Series earlier. He's going to try to take a shot at pulling off the win here in the Cup Series. 21 to go. We're going to restart on 20 to go. As the field comes out of turn number 4, pace car makes that hard left turn to go below the mustard line. Solo has the button as they go into the Geico restart zone. He jumps on it. Brostrom goes with him. Got a little bit of bobbling there from Marcus Hagman. No drafting help to speak of yet. Curtis Kelly trying to get to his back bumper. Here comes the 91 of AJ Green to the inside.
Yeah, he's looking strong with that run, and Hagman behind. That outside lane is forming up pretty quickly. So wonder whether that momentum is going to be enough for him. And it looks like they're nearly getting about even now.
AJ Green with a nose out front as they come off of turn number 4. Dan Solo, though, gets the run down the hill coming off the banking. About a car length to the good. And a good shove from Linus Brostrom in the 0-0. Give that lap to Solo. 19 to go. Running side by side still in the mid-pack. I believe one of those was John Hopley. As we've got cars bailing out. They see how chippy it's starting to get already. Taking evasive action. 19 of Hopley pinching down on the 45 of Curtis Kelly. That's putting a lot of faith in netcode. Talking about faith in netcode. Steven Sear shoving it up through the middle. Damian Mulvey goes down to throw the block on him.
And I guess now is about the right time to test what you're going to want to be doing. on the final few laps and see what runs are going to work for you and what's not. It looks like this top lane's got it figured out pretty well between them, as they've got 4 of them clear. So was that the 22 and the 19 going to come down, as does the 21.
Well, Jason, I'm waiting to the last lap and I'm turning anybody in front of me.
Yeah. But ooh, that's people turning. That's for sure.
We're not on the white flag lap yet, guys.
Unfortunately, they were turning right. Ow.
Holy Christmas. You see the jockeying going on.
Were they 3 wide at any point?
Yes, they were. Ricky Hudgens tries to shout up through the middle. The 41 tries to throw the block. And watch this. Bang!
Yeah, I think at that point they were just moving into the same space at the same time. I mean...
Yeah, but the ARCA break that took place after.
Oh, yeah.
Who is in the 6th? Isaac Wilson.
That doesn't even surprise me at this point, to be honest.
No, not really. So this is what Isaac Wilson saw. Listen to the engine, folks.
Did it go pop?
No. Listen.
Oh, I think I know what you're getting at.
He was off the throttle. I don't know if he was on the brake, though.
Doesn't seem like... I don't think that slowing down is enough to be braking.
No. I mean, that was a shot.
Yeah.
It was a definite shot.
I mean, that's what happens. And it looks like he has... Yeah. He has decided that's enough. After completing 81 laps.
Well, I mean, there's just too much damage on that car to get it back out there. I think he's already burned his fast repair.
Yeah, he wouldn't have got it back out in time anyway. So, another one bites the dust here, unfortunately, at the Daytona International Speedway.
There's Ricky Hudgens getting the back end of his 52 taken clean off. Oh my goodness.
We're not going to be seeing that car again tonight either.
Hard no.
So he has disconnected after that one. Though those were the only 2 who have left the session after that one, specifically. So we are looking pretty decent. 24 cars currently sitting on the lead lap.
Colin Zimmer brings the 62 pit side. Looks like just a top off with fuel.
Yeah, I don't believe
should we go into overtime? I think you're right, he didn't. So should we go into overtime, everybody should be able to make it.
Yeah, I think they'll still be fine because of this caution coming out. So Colin getting sent a bit of a lifeline there, to be honest, because otherwise I don't think he would have been able to make it, considering he didn't pit under the last one. I think you're right. But for whatever reason, he received an EOL, so may as well pit anyway. You're going to be starting back there.
So working 14 laps to go here. Lights are out on the Ford Mustang GT500 pace car. This is Daniel Solo, Linus Brostrom, Brian Chu, Taylor Butcher Benjamin, James Bowles, John Hopley, Curtis Kelly, David Miller, AJ Green, and Marcus Hagman going to round out your top 10 when we get ready to turn them back loose. Down the super stretch, they do come. Place your bets, folks. Who are you pulling for tonight? I want to thank everybody for checking in the live chat. If you haven't done so already, hit that thumbs up. It really helps share these videos with the YouTube algorithm. And if you haven't done so already, hit subscribe and turn on bell notifications so you don't miss a single moment of action here on Sim Racing Media, as we've got racing 7 nights a week.
Yeah, absolutely jam-packed schedule, and all full of great racing here on the Sim Racing Media channel, and now being dutifully promoted on our Twitter at Sim Racing Media 1. As Pace Car's going to pull a hard left once again, and this time Daniel Solo with the button.
We're on Twitter, we're on YouTube, we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram. You can stay connected. Yes, you can stay connected at all of those places for Sim Racing Media. And you can check out simracingmedia.com for a schedule of when we are going to be broadcasting, and our current podcast, The Money Stop, with Dave Riegel and myself, Tony Trapasso. And we've got a new...
it's happening again.
Oh, great.
With the 11... However, that's the only car... well, the only car involved enough to be slower than it was off the racing surface, so...
And he immediately towed that thing.
Well, Chris V did. The 11's still going, just
Okay.
about.
Oh!
Well, never mind. Just...
Unreal. And they're still rocking.
Is this the ARCA series?
Sure, why not? Three wide and a bump draft gone wrong.
Classic combination, isn't it?
So it looked like Mulvey was trying to make it three wide and misjudged where his left front fender was. Gets down into Sear, turns him up into the 1. The 20 nowhere to go. The 10 nowhere to go. The 78 catches a race car to the face. The 66 just barely missing everything. Oy.
It's going to be a... I mean...
Here it is in slow motion. You can see the 51 and the 5 get into each other. The 1 gets hip checked into the wall. The 20 goes into the wall. The 11, the 30 gets in there. Car's spinning down the track. The 78 collects 1. Jalen Battle gets yeeted into the grass again.
And just to make it even worse for some of those involved, you've got at least 4 unsafe pit entries there.
You are correct.
Which is...
There goes Mal Sharek. There goes the 78. There goes the 10. The 5 doesn't really have a choice. The 90... The 66 doesn't have a choice. we could possibly be in trouble, Jason.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I'm also working cams on the next broadcast.
I see. When's that one start?
8:20.
We got then what?
2 more cautions.
Hmm.
Only working caution number 7 here tonight so far.
That starts at 8:20. Then we got what? Let's see. Half an hour to wrap this up.
Well, unfortunately, we are going to have to hustle through the post-race interviews. But we will stay with you here.
I can hustle, so I can hustle myself to bed.
Well, yeah. This is your and my both second broadcast of the day.
Yeah.
Working 10 laps to go. As the lights are out on the Ford Mustang GT500 pace car, Dan Solo's Ford going to lead. Dan Solo's Volvo, I should say, going to be leading us back. So now I have seen a next-gen car turned into a Volvo. I've seen one made into a Nissan GTR. Yeah.
Honestly, you could have a Volvo look similar to that. It's not the most. It's not the most outlandish brand to put on there.
No, I mean, the one that looked like a GTR that I saw a couple months back, that was kind of wild.
Yeah, I bet. As
Pace car is in. Solo has the button, pulls the trigger, and we are back underway. And he immediately goes to the top shelf to pick up his countryman, Linus Brostrom. Those 2 drivers for Forza Esports in our Thursday night league. And what we saw those guys do in GT3 was just amazing last week.
yeah, exactly. So I'm looking forward to their performance in these cars as well around this track.
Oy!
As we're 3 wide
There it
again,
goes.
that's gonna be another one.
18 of Brian Chu, one of them. Let's take a look at what did happen with Chu here. Here they are coming down the super stretch. The 45 tries to make it 3 wide. Chu checked up, and unfortunately Hagman didn't catch it in time and just turned Chu as the 6 comes piling through. This is what the eye in the sky picked up. So we are going to go to the chopper cam. Keep your eye on the green car, 4th car in line from the top. Oh. Yep. It's just one of those days when you don't want to wake up, when everything's messed up and everybody's not cool, and You don't really know why, but you want to justify ripping someone's head off. A poem by Frederick Durst. What just happened to Stephen Sear?
I have no idea.
Run over from behind. Good grief. So you are watching the iPacing Hurricane 250 here from Daytona. I mean, iRacing Hurricane 250 here from Daytona for the iSNF Sunday Night Fever Cup Series. Tony Trapasso, Jason Salford up in the booth with you for this one. Working caution number 8. Dan Solo continues to show the way. Taylor Butcher Benjamin, David Miller, Linus Brostrom, Curtis Kelly, John Hopley, James Bowles, Marcus Hagman, AJ Green, and Damian Mulvey rounding out your top 10 as we currently sit.
And my Arca Break award for this caution goes to the 17.
As you do.
But my theory is at least the laps under caution count.
Correct. Although I do believe we have 3 shots at overtime.
We check.
I know it's at least 2. I don't remember if it's 3 or not.
See if it's in the Discord info. I will have a look.
And so lights go out on the Ford Mustang GT 500 pace car, the official pace car of iRacing. Always has been, always will be. Dan Solo, Taylor Butcher Benjamin up in the front of this thing. Solo electing to take the outside lane on this restart. Going to stay with his countryman Linus Brostrom on the top shelf.
There is no information in Discord about it, although I believe it is normally 3. And,
Okay.
I can't find anything in the info on the iRacing session.
For the first time this season, I got to see one end under caution in a different league.
Oh.
They used up all the overtimes and couldn't get it sorted out.
I see. Well, hopefully that doesn't happen here, and we,
Hopefully they can make it 6 laps.
yeah, hopefully we can get a good finish. I'm gonna be honest, the Xfinity drivers, showing the Cup drivers what's up.
Yeah, it's the same drivers for the most part.
Yeah.
But the lower,
That's the weird thing.
air quote, lower tier showing up the top tier. Different car, by the way. That would explain a lot. This car is a little more ornery to drive in traffic.
Yeah.
Pace car is in.
Green, green, green.
Solo has the button, rolls into it. Brostrom not quite getting the getaway he was hoping for. Taylor Butcher Benjamin on the low side. We got one stopping down on the apron coming out of pit road. Just does not want to be an example of what not to do. Whatever you do, don't let Kevin LePage be your spirit animal here at Daytona.
Oh, we're nearly seeing an example of here's not what to do.
Why?
Wide again.
Good grief.
John Hopley finds himself in the unfortunate situation of being the meat. That was close to the 91.
Probably not
still
having a good
me.
time. There we go. There it is.
What's going to happen, actually?
Roll that beautiful bean footage. As here we see high above. Just went up into the 23. Let's back that up just a little bit.
Yeah, that's what I saw, to be honest.
So you can see daylight between the two cars. They are coming out of the tri-oval. And we're going to watch this at in slow-mo. Yeah, no, that was just spotter not clearing you. And
yeah, he would have been good if he would have come up right when the 44 had just passed him. That would have been a good move to get himself out of that situation, but unfortunately, comes up.
we caught that live too, so.
Way too late. But,
oh, looky there. We're going into overtime.
Oh, luckily, I believe, there are no ARCA Break awards to give out for this caution, so... Everyone holding it together in that sense, and we have an all not USA top 4 at the moment in the form of
oh wow, yeah,
Daniel Solo, Linus Rostrom, Curtis Kelly hailing from Canada, and then Marcus Hagman.
The first American driver is going to be Taylor Butcher Benjamin sitting in 5th, and then you've got the Irishman Damien Mulvey going to be restarting in 6th. So 5 of your top 6 not from the United States.
And I can see on my iRacing we do have 3 green white checker attempts. So either way, we're getting this wrapped up within the next 15 minutes, however it ends.
Sure.
Unless they can magic up some more green-white checkers, but no. That's, I think there's one solid bet here, Tony.
And
that is... I don't think either of us have the ability to pronounce the hometown of Daniel Solo properly.
Twacker.
What'd you call me?
Exactly.
I believe lights should be out this time by.
We can only hope.
At least it looks like it. Half these guys towards the front are already going double file. They know where they need to be. They want to be there. They want to get this done.
Lights out. Here we go. So Solo, Brostrom, Kelly, Hagman, Butcher Benjamin, Mulvey, Miller, Maines, Bowles, and Delgado rounding out your top 10 as we get ready to turn them back loose for our first attempt at overtime. Those of you unfamiliar with overtime, green flag's going to come out. The leader has to come all the way back around to complete one lap and accept the white flag for us to race back to checkers. If they can't do that, we're going to rack them, stack them, and fire it again. Currently sitting with 22 cars on the lead lap.
Considering the end to this race that we've had, I think that's impressive.
Yeah, you're not right. You're not wrong. And I'm counting 32 cars left running.
Sounds about right. So, still got a big grid, and I think some of these cars in here are still going to be sustaining damage. That's not going to help.
Yes, but the question is how many are going to finish this race?
Well, we are hopefully very soon to find out, as Daniel Solo is entering the Geico restart zone and leaving it just as quickly.
Brostrom on the top side getting a little bit better of a getaway. As down into turn number 1 they go. The three Swedes stem to stern on the high side with the Irishman.
Oh, that's right.
No, no.
No,
AJ, what are you doing?
Contact. There was contact there, but
And they're not done
holding
yet.
it together for now, as there's going to be an actual third lane forming by the looks of things. Or at least they're sure trying to. There is one there. Meanwhile, your top 3 are stem to stern, and will we take the white flag before the caution comes out? That's the question. Is there going to be a caution come
We
out?
are racing back to checkers.
White flag has been taken, so
The
we're
2
racing
goes
back.
out.
Next
62
flag.
gets spun.
Next flag ends it. From what I'm seeing on my SDK, that flag may come pretty damn soon.
Oh, jeepers. We are racing back to checkers, though. 3 Swedes running 1, 2, 3 right now. Solo leads Brostrom and Hagman. AJ Green in the 91 trying to figure out a way to get around him. He has no help right now. Christian Delgado in the 44. The highest he's run all night long. To the stripe.
Oh,
Brostrom. As Hagman goes for a ride.
and I am glad for accurate timing. There was 1,000th between them.
Jason, we need to
A
clip
lie.
that and send it in.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, unfortunately, I'm so tired that my commentary's not completely on point. I will admit that, but
Like we spoke
Wow,
about
was a
earlier, this is
finish.
both of our second race tonight.
enjoy your third. Good luck.
Yeah. And it better not be solo, or else I will start screaming and ranting and raving. Why am I not finding Linus?
Just trying to find a screenshot here.
Okay, unfortunately, Linus and Jonas are both not here in the Discord server. There he is.
Yeah, I thought they'd come in.
And Jason, I believe you've got the man of the hour with you now.
Yeah, absolutely. P1 by, well, I'm not even going to say a hair. I think it was that close. I'm
One-
really not sure.
1/1000th of a second, you said.
Yeah, I'm really not sure how that got decided. I'll send you a screenshot over, Tony, but Linus, winning at the end of that one. How's that feel?
Wow, what a race, guys. Holy crap. Well, I mean, you probably saw I got involved in 2 crashes. I didn't take my fast repair because I didn't get a lot of damage, so I was committed to pushing Daniel there for the last, 20, 25 laps or whatever. Just staying high, staying in the top lane, pushing, and then towards the end Marcus got up there, so there was 3 of us, and, with my damage I told him I'm not going to make a move, but then everybody disappeared on the inside, so coming into 3 and 4, there was nobody on the inside, so I told him, like, right, it's every man for himself, let's see who can get this, and somehow, well, the side draft was enough, but then Marcus went with him, unfortunately, but thankfully it worked anyway, so I don't know, really. It was great teamwork, or nation's work. My boss hates it when I work with guys from that team, but I don't really care, because I'm here to have fun and I'm here to win, and that's what we did, and Swedish 1-2-3, so it can't really get much better than that.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's a good day for yourself and a good day for your country, but I'm going to be honest, my brain is fried after that finish, so I don't really have many more questions for you. Tony, do you have anything?
Linus, congratulations on winning here at Daytona. I know Jason and I are both looking forward to this coming Thursday as your new league makes its Cup debut back here at Daytona.
Yeah, that's going to be fun to see how that plays out. Obviously, the first broadcast last week was very good, very successful in the GT3, so really looking forward to see what we can get with the NASCARs. Same track, same cars as this, a few more laps, but yeah, stage racing as well, or 1 stage at least, so it's going to be fun to see how that plays out. Hopefully the finish will be just as good as this one was.
Yeah, right. I was going to say, if we can get a finish anything like the image I sent you.
All right, Linus, congratulations on the victory here tonight. Best of luck to you on Thursday as well.
Thank you.
So that was our race winner, Linus Brostrom. And joining us now, the man he just edged out, fellow countryman, that of course is the 36 of Dan Solo. And Daniel, all things considered, can't be too disappointed with a podium here at Daytona.
That was pretty good. I didn't expect much coming in, but qualifying on pole and that good race towards the end, it was pretty fun, and I'm definitely happy with the P2.
Absolutely, and for a guy that is only subbing this season, I can't help but think what could have been if you had been picked up full time.
Yeah, you'll never know. I mean, it's a long season, and I don't know if I'll be able to run all the races anyway, so there's no point in me signing up for the entire season, so I'm just here to have fun every now and then.
Fair enough, but you are definitely a strong substitute driver for the Ford camp. And correct me if I'm wrong, but are you going to be in the field on Thursday?
Oh, yes, of course. Yes, I will be. I had to think for a second.
Looking forward to seeing that series premiere this coming Thursday.
Yep.
But Dan, who do you need to
long
thank?
Off-season.
Yeah, absolutely. Who do you need to thank before we turn you loose?
You guys for broadcasting, and everyone at iSNF, and of course Linus for giving me one hell of a good push there till, of course, turn for lap 4 or last lap. But good race, and all of my teammates and everybody around here. It's been fun.
All right, Daniel Solo, congratulations on a podium. We'll see you on Thursday.
Yep.
And Jason, I believe you've got defending series champion with you now.
Yep, I do indeed. And if you would have said it would have taken until round 6 to get you your first podium, your first top 5, your first top 10, Marcus, I would have said you were crazy. But here we are, and well, you've got on the podium finally in this season in spectacular fashion.
Yeah, that was quite tight. I think the key moment for me when I managed to get by Hopley, I think because it was really hard to pass.
Yeah.
And no, I wouldn't have thought that it would take so many races until I get the top 5. But I mean, I'm not that worried. I think I'm going to make the playoffs anyway. I had a couple of really poor races, but I'm still 7th in the championship, so I'm not worried.
Yeah, well, that 7th is definitely going to improve now with Taylor Butcher Benjamin, the next guy up from you, sitting in 11th, and then Colin Forrester somewhere else 9th. So you're definitely going to be moving up a little bit.
Yeah, and I'm actually taking this as a win because I'm the first of the regular drivers. So I'm taking it as a win.
Yeah, fair enough. That does tend to be how it is. I didn't actually realise Linus was a sub, but fair enough.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
He's been
yeah,
subbing this season.
See that now, yeah. But, yeah, other than that, congratulations. And before we let you go, is there anyone you'd like to thank?
Yes, as always, you guys for doing an awesome job at the broadcast, and Ria for putting up this show that we see every week. I have to thank Linus, who is one of the drivers in Force Esports, and also Force Esports team back home with the sponsors Mabe Rental Car and Kappa Bar, and of course my RCR teammates. We were sitting in Discord and we really have things worked out, and we work really well together.
Yeah, well, congratulations once again, and can we look forward to seeing you on Thursday?
No, unfortunately not. I'm not gonna race in that series this season, mostly because I have no idea if I'm gonna be home. Since I'm working on the road, and I've been racing every season there so far, but the stress is just a little bit too much.
Understandable.
Yeah, completely fair enough. Take that time to yourself and try and de-stress a little bit. And
yeah, of course, but I
again.
will still jump in and spot and crew shift for my drivers in Force Esports. So I will be involved in one way or another.
Yeah, well, either way, we're looking forward to that broadcast and that race. And congratulations on the podium here today.
Thank you so much.
And so, Jason, we finally have another one in the books. Taking a quick look at our finishing order. Linus Broström by 1/1000th of a second over Dan Solo. Marcus Hagman hanging on for third. Only 66 thousandths behind Broström. So about a car length separating your top 3. Christian Delgado, AJ Green running out your top 5. Lance Hill, Alex Weigert, Tommy Stanley, Colin Forrester, Damian Mulvey running out your top 10. Taylor Butcher Benjamin, good recovery drive for him in 11th. Steven Sear, Brian Chu, Rhea Ferris, John Hopley, your top 15. Where's the button? There it is. Excuse me. Curtis Kelly, Emily Urias, Joey Maines, David Miller, and Mike Iskandar rounding out your top 20. Jason?
Yeah, and then we've got James Bowles in 21st and Colin Zima rounding out your lead lap. And then Derek Cook and Lila Peters, the 2 drivers a lap down. Then Mikael Hagstrom and Johnny Castle, both 2 laps down. Battle, Malcharik, and Tomlinson all sitting 3 laps down. That's down to 29th. Then you're going after Chris V on 9 down, running at top 30. And then the rest of the grid comprised of Zach Phillips, Peyton Hubbard, Jeff Weimer, Jonas Skoglund, and Bob Wyckoff 35th. Mark Hanna, Ricky Hudgens, Isaac Wilson, Charles Robeson, and Jake Banner in 40th. And then Brian Treadwell, Justin Barkley, Chase Harden, JB Banner, and Hermie Sadler rounding us out.
So another one in the books for the iSNF Sunday Night Fever Cup Series. On behalf of Sim Racing Media and Mr. Jason Salford, thank you for joining me in the booth. This is Tony Trapasser. Remind you, ladies and gentlemen, that as you walk down the road of life this week, please don't play in traffic. And I'll see y'all in about a half hour for Sunday Night NASCAR. Good night, everybody.
Good night.